I'm here today to show you how to do a laser print transfer onto your good paper. Alright, so I have here a laser print. Obviously you could create an image in any digital program of your liking, and then scale it up to the size you want, and then laser printer. And it has to be printed off a laser printer. It's really important that it's toner based. If you have access to a photocopier, which might be difficult right now, that works as well. Inkjet printing will not work for this process, okay? Laser print or photocopy are the only two things that will work. We're basically transferring the toner using a chemical. We're going to use wintergreen oil because this is something that is available at a pharmacy or a health food store, potentially online. It's an essential oil basically. You don't need much. One little fluid ounce or half ounce of this stuff is more than enough for doing a few transfers. But this will allow us to get this image, a digital image, whether it's your sketch, something you created in Procreate, Photoshop, Illustrator, a photograph, basically transfer to your good paper, and then you can work into it from there. I tend to do these first. They don't transfer as well when there's other material on the paper. So we're going to start with that first. I also have my bone folder. You can use a butter knife, maybe a wooden spoon, a couple cotton rounds. And then I actually enlarged this same image and cut it out because I only wanted certain parts to transfer. Because it's so floppy like this, I'm going to use a piece of frosted mylar, or any kind of mylar will work, as a sort of a carrier sheet, so I can do the rubbing without destroying the actual laser print. Alright, so let's get started. So I'm using wintergreen oil for this. However, in the shop we use Lawson's ID 360, which is actually a screen wash chemical. It's a pretty potent chemical. The wintergreen oil, it has a pretty heavy odor of wintergreen. You know, you're not supposed to ingest this. It is mostly a topical oil, and I'm going to wear a glove because this stuff is a little potent. You might also consider doing this with the windows open or even outside. So we're just putting a little bit on here like so. The sort of disadvantage of wintergreen oil over the Lawson's is that it can stain your paper, but if you're burying it with enough information, other processes and layers of ink or paint or collage, I mean, you can kind of bury the stain and not notice it. So we'll take the wintergreen oil and actually saturate the laser print or photocopy, and we would do the same process if we were using the Lawson's ID 360. And you know, you might be able to order that. It's going to cost a little bit more money. You get a lot more of it. You can actually order like a quart, which, just to give you an idea how long that will go, how far that will take you. We have a gallon, and with all my classes and all my students, I think it's taken like 7 years to actually go through the gallon. So if you buy a quart, and I think that's the smallest quantity you can buy, you will have it for a very long time and be able to do lots of transfers. And the cool thing is, you know, we're just transferring it to paper today, but you can transfer it to other surfaces like wood, ceramics, some sculptural objects. You know, it's really up to you. It can transfer to other items. Alright, so we're going to take the folder, the bone folder here, and we're going to press hard and see what we get here.
When you're walking, are you talking to yourself? Words are moving, disregarding anything.
once you're done doing your initial transfer, you could actually utilize this again, transfer it, and you'll get more of a ghost because you're losing some toner each time you transfer. So you can actually get sort of a lighter black, and then it starts to get graying out as you keep using it. Usually you don't have to add any more solution. Sometimes you do, but usually you don't, to get it to transfer again. You kind of create some repetition using the ghost. Otherwise, just dispose of it in your trash, and you can clean your gloves off with soap and water, or if you didn't use a glove, just immediately go and use soap and water and clean your hands. Also, you may consider how you transfer it. Like, I was looking to transfer it pretty accurate to the illustration, and I left it a little rough. It's not 100% in every location, and that's okay. I wanted a little texture, a little static. You certainly could work at it and get it to be perfectly transferred, just like the way you drew it or illustrated it on a digital program. But sometimes you don't want to do that. Sometimes you want it to be more degraded, and you can do that by being more selective with how you're burnishing. Burnish harder, burnish lighter, and you can get more of a distressed appearance to it if you're after that particular aesthetic. So play around with it, have fun, and hopefully you have access to a laser printer. So this can really open up possibilities for you, especially for those of you who like to work in photography and in digital media, graphic design. This will really open up some possibilities for you as you work through this assignment. If you don't have it, go back to my other video about trace monotype transfer paper, because that will give you basically the equivalent of this. It's much harder to accomplish, and photographs will be really difficult to accomplish. So anyway, give it a shot.